Courtney from the Gorgeous Geeks. I'm here with my special guest, my baby sister Tina. It's also her birthday. She's 17 today.
Yes, it is. And as a birthday present, you guys should all go to the Gorgeous Geeks website and buy my prints.
Let's just say subscribe. But anyway, we're here today to talk about the Legend of Korra finale. It was really fantastic. I don't understand some people who don't think it's as good as the past Avatar. Season 1, the thing about Avatar, it was always great all the way throughout, but Season 2 was so much better than Season 1, and then Season 3 somehow managed to be better than Season 2. And I felt when Korra came on, it was just as good as Season 3. The pacing, obviously it's a shorter series. It was meant to be a mini-series, and then they added more episodes. The pacing, I didn't think it was that big of a deal that they didn't have a ton of fillers.
I mean, the fillers were funny, but
this show still had a lot of, humor in it.
yeah.
Especially with characters like Bolin making, just these goofy, adorable quotes every episode. And then the children really made it comical as well. Tintin's children.
He was weird.
Yeah, Milo was weird. But, he was funny. So I didn't really feel that the pacing was an issue until it got to the whole Tarlock thing and it was revealed, which the whole time I'm like, well, how come Aang's showing her these visions? And I thought it had something to do with Amon. So when it had something to do with Tarlock, I'm like, well, I don't get it. I don't understand. And that's why I thought the pacing was really weird, because I'm like, well, is this Amon thing going to carry on to the next, season? And they're going to, Tarlock was like the bad guy in this. But then you find out in the episode before, last, in episode 11, that Amon is really Tarlock's brother. And there's a lot of speculation, like maybe they're the same person, but no, they can't be. And it was nuts. It's like you think you can guess where the show is going, but I haven't really been able to predict it. Like in season 2, I thought for sure that Zuko was going to come back and fight with Aang and change his mind and be on the run with them.
Oh, you're talking about the first one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Aang is dead.
There's no season 2 of Korra.
That's why I was confused.
I thought for sure that was gonna happen, and then maybe there'd be little triangles in between Aang and Katara and Zuko. And Katara. But then it's months later, and Zuko's living it up in the palace, still as emo as ever, upset about what he did, but he still did what he did. And Aang was in a coma. And it was just bananas. And
it wasn't months ago. It was weeks.
Well, weeks, whatever. It was a while. It was really crazy. Let's talk about Iroh coming. The grandson of Zuko, who's another General Iroh, who's the leader of the United Forces, who was voiced by Dante Bosco, showed up. And Dante Bosco, I'm sorry. It was, when I saw him, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad to hear him, but I don't know if his voice sounds kind of kind of not right for it, I guess. Like, you're glad because he does look like Zuko. You can clearly tell he's a descendant, but he was just so much more mature looking than Zuko. And then I'm like, I bet so many girls right now are going to say, screw Mako. People are probably like, Mako for screw him. It's time for Korra and Iroh. Which, my first initial reaction was kind of like, screw Mako. But then it kind of seemed like Asami and Iroh, like they were going to have a moment, but they didn't really have a moment, like it was not romantic whatsoever, which it would have been really quick on her part if it was romantic.
Yeah. And he was still technically with Asami when he kissed Korra. So.
No, I think that technically was, I don't know. You don't know what happened off screen. They were in Republic City and then they were in the South Pole or North Pole. They were in the pole. You don't know what happened between that time.
But they didn't show it, so we have to assume.
On a Skyby said, he's like, by the way, I don't want to be with you anymore.
That would be Bo.
Bogue, you mean? Like bogus? That's what it's short for.
I say Bo.
She's probably going to be with Iroh and become a princess. And you know what? When she first came on the scene, you so thought she was evil because she was just interrupting the love with Mako.
I thought she was. She just had to have been evil in my mind. I thought she was like a
and
Zula
then she was
descendant.
all nice, and then
I thought that was all an act.
and then her dad ended up being crazy, which was really sad. You know how everything played out with her and her dad, and but she really was a nice girl, which made it, you can't hate her because she was so nice. But it's like, get out of Korra's way. And I thought it was great when Tenzin's daughters like totally would always bust her bubble about who she likes or whatever when they told Asami, and Korra was just so horrified about it all. Lynn, when she lost her bending, that was like, first of all, she's so cool. It's ridiculous. When she was like, I'm gonna get my metal benders back outside of the law, you were like, yes! You like clap?
Yes!
I'm like, yeah.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah, that was really intense. It was really awesome. I couldn't wait for what she was gonna do when she busted out of the hospital to go find Korra. That was awesome. And then when she basically sacrificed herself to save Tenzin and his family, it's like, like, I wish you could have seen like their romance from years ago.
I know, right?
Like, wonder what that was like.
I wonder what Toph and Aang thought. Like,
I don't know.
what were their thoughts on the situation?
I don't know, but especially how did Toph feel when he broke up with her daughter? Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Wait a second, your son did what?
Yeah. I bet Twinkle Toes got punished that night.
I don't know.
That just sounded wrong.
I don't know. I'm not gonna dwell on it. But when he took her bending away, that was so intense. It was so hard to watch the episode because I was so terrified that he was gonna get Tenzin, and I always said I was gonna flip out if he took Tenzin's bending away. And then in the finale, last episode, he had him and all his children there. I'm like, okay, this baby's gonna be born. I didn't know it was gonna be born in the last episode before. I thought she was gonna get away, and maybe all the people, their bending was gonna be taken away, and then that baby was gonna be the last airbender.
I think I would have been okay with that.
I wouldn't have been okay with it. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you? And then when Korra finally did airbending, it was really cool. Some people were like, oh, it so conveniently happened, or her spiritual powers unlocking at that moment when it did. But Aang said when you're at your lowest point, that's when you're open to change. I mean, think about all the time his avatar state kicked in. When
at the air temple when he found Monkey
Gyatso. When he was dead, that's when he started going psycho. His avatar state was always activated really by rage, or when he was in a really life or death situation, so
like at the Earth Kingdom when the Earth King was like, hey, we're gonna activate it, and like he like sunk Katara in the dirt, and then Aang was all like psycho.
Yeah, so that's when his opened up, when that, because he's an air nomad. He's supposed to be at peace and spiritual and have serenity and all that jazz. So when his lowest point really was losing control like that, so I thought it was consistent. So.
Yeah, because Korra is all like strength and all like huh, and then when she was weak and like was powerless, that's when it was like bing.
Yeah, so that was cool. But the thing, I was always curious about Amon though. One thing I thought that maybe it was like some kind of Aang unleashed some kind of, I don't know, darkness, or I don't know. Like, I thought, here's my thing. It was like, okay, it has to be somehow connected to what Aang did, because Aang's whole thing was connected to what Roku couldn't finish. And so I'm like, well, maybe something popped off when he did this, take your bending away, and maybe there was some kind of spirit or something. I always thought the firebender scar and yada 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 story was a bit sketchy, because I'm like, it's so overplayed. And we were joking like, how come it can't be a waterbender? Like, how come it can't be a waterbender as the villain? That's crazy. It's always gotta be a firebender.
Yeah.
People are racist. Like, they're not born bad.
Yo, racist.
So, I thought maybe there was a spirit or some kind of darkness or something that Aang, I don't know, kind of unleashed or something. I didn't know that he would be. How could you guess that he would really be a bloodbender? And he was using bloodbending to take away people's abilities. Though I would have kind of liked for someone to explain it, but I guess he was somehow use it to block chakra chi or something like
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. I guess
Chi means blood in Japanese, so
there's
if you
no-
block your... Yeah.
there's no like house on house. You know, they explain all the medical issues and show a little diagram in the body about like they wouldn't do anything like that. So I guess I'm gonna have to assume that's what happened. But that was bananas. And so when Korra had lost her powers and the only thing she could do was airbend, I'm like, it's like, you know, Aang in season 1, you know? And I'm like, well, maybe she can learn everything again. They're like, nope, she's cut off. And it was, really? That sucks. I thought maybe she'd have learned it again, which I don't understand why it would take that long, because she already knows and mastered them all. Except, you know, she doesn't shoot lightning. She should learn that.
And metal bending.
And metal bending.
And how to take the lungs at people and kill them.
You mean the air out of people's lungs and kill them?
What did I say?
You said it kind of weird and wrong. But I don't think Tenzin would show her to do that.
She needs to learn how to do that herself. We need an evil airbender.
Wait 100 years or something. 'Cause I don't think, unless you know Milo or Milo.
Yeah, Milo's just gonna go nuts one day. Someone's gonna eat his cookie, and then air's gonna be out of his lungs, and they're just gonna die, and then he's just gonna go on a killing spree. I would love that. Not love for people to die, but to see an evil airbender. Because, you know, they've been the last of the airbenders, and they're all peaceful and stuff, and I'd like to just see...
Well, the air nomads in general are peaceful people.
Yeah, they're peaceful people. I would like to see...
They're very spiritual. They don't believe in taking life and stuff.
It'd be perfect, though. Because it'd be like, dude, you're going against everything that you stand for. And like, I don't care, I'm evil, blah!
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm not going to deny that, but I don't think Milo should go on a killing spree.
Someone needs to go on a killing spree.
Well, it shouldn't be like, obviously it's going to be all the airbenders in the future are going to be direct descendants of Tenzin, but I don't think that it should be immediate. Anything that can happen in Korra's time. Because that would be like, Tenzin, how did that apple fall that far from the tree? Like, what did you do?
Dropped him on his head.
Dropped him on the head, wouldn't give him peas. or made him eat peas. Because, you know, what kid would be like, I want peas so bad!
No! Ah!
But anyway, I was really happy when Mako confesses love to Korra. You want her with Bolin?
Not like forever, but like that episode when they were together, it was so cute. It was so perfect.
You know, they had a lot of comment, and Bolin was such a sweetheart. And you know what? I think in general, I like Bolin better. You know, he's funny, he's so sweet. Mako was kind of a jerk, you know?
Until he found out she was the Avatar, and then he was like flipped
I'm an
the lid.
idiot.
I'm an idiot.
And then he's like weighing his options, you know, which, you know, isn't a bad thing to do. I mean, yeah, please weigh your options. You know, she didn't just jump to a relationship just because somebody's hot, you know. I do like Bolin better. But her and Mako just had an instant connection.
Are you gonna start talking about the windows again?
I'm not going to talk about how they're looking at each other from, you know, she was looking from Air Temple Island, and he was looking out the window, and you just felt it. I'm not going to talk about that.
You just did.
I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just saying they have a connection that is undeniable. But I do like Bolin better. But I don't know what they're going to do in the next season. Because apparently...
Evil Milo.
Yes, evil Milo. Because Tarlok, you know, killed... Supposedly, I mean, him and his brother are dead because, you know, he blew it up the boat. And, you know, that was like a very violent explosion. But maybe he can come back with real burn marks. And
Like a waterbender did this to me. Really? Are you sure?
And so I don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously, Korra needs to master more of the Avatar state. She can, you know, take people's bending and restore people's bending, but there's so much more that she doesn't understand about the spiritual side of being the Avatar.
Avatar state. Yep, yep.
Oh my gosh, I said that so many times. Avatar state, yep. But Amon is gone. I don't know how they're gonna come up with some kind of even for more formidable, because bloodbending is
Evil
like,
airbender.
bloodbending is so creepy. Everything got so messed up with Amon, you know. So they have to find another formidable villain. And I mean, they always can. They can come up with somebody new. They came up with, you know, Yakone and this whole backstory and his sons, which Korra did end up doing something that's spilled over from Aang's time in the end, like I suspected and wanted to happen. I just couldn't guess it. So I don't know. You gotta see, we can see where her relationship with Mako will evolve. I want to see Prince Zuko. I've heard that he's alive.
Zuko, Zuko,
Well, I'm sorry.
Zuko.
He became the Fire Lord, but now he's retired, and his daughter took the throne or whatever. And he's like a peace ambassador or something. I was really hoping we would see him. We haven't seen Tenzin's oldest sister. FYI, if you haven't read Avatar: The Promise, that's a good book. I'm just gonna throw this out here that maybe Sokka and Suki don't end up together because it looked like Suki and Zuko were having a moment for like a panel of a page. So I'm just gonna throw it out there as a little spoiler alert for you guys. Go find it. Go pick it up.
You find it.
I did find it. I read it.
You didn't tell me that you found it. I stumbled upon you reading it, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh yes, I did. So anyway, I thought Korra was an amazing show. I'm sad that it's over so quickly. Though that doesn't mean I would have liked to see like a billion, filler episodes. It was short and sweet to the point.
It was no filler. It's all meat all the time.
Yep, Sokka would have enjoyed this series. I want to know what happened to Sokka. Well, I mean, I guess it could have been old age, but I want to know did he have any family? What happened with their lives? You know,
Who did he marry?
between. Yeah, who did he marry?
Who did Toph marry? That's what I really want to know.
That's what I want to know.
Who was Beifong's daddy?
Will Lin find true love? Since her true love was with someone else and has like 4 kids.
Yeah, what's up with that?
You know, Lin is so cool. When Milo was like, that lady's my hero, and Tiff was like, she's mine too. Not that I don't like Piper or anything. I'm not trying to start nothing. It's just like I want to know what happened.
Christina.
I just want to know what happened. That's all. She's so hardcore. He's so. I guess he's so serious. I mean, maybe. It's like, can she be affectionate?
I really want to see those two together.
In the past.
In the past. I'm not saying there should be a home wrecking. No. Unless your home is decrepit and needs to be demolished. I'm talking about the actual foundation.
I want to see her happy with somebody else.
Yeah. Or maybe she has somebody. And he just
I
has that on
obviously want to
screen.
see her restored to chief of police. You know.
Because
So
that other
back
dude was...
pocket
That other
pansy.
dude. That other dude. Wham. Who taught him metal bending? Like, seriously?
But great series. I'm looking forward to the 2nd season. I hope it comes out in the fall, not next year. Because that would suck. But I'm Christina.
I'm Tina.
And we're the Board of Peace.